So now we need to bounce the ball off the y-axis of the right paddle, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to add to this condition. Okay, so it needs to bounce off the x, right, in order for this to happen. But we need to get more specific. We need to say and. Okay, and it needs to satisfy the y condition for this to happen. So what is the y condition? Well, maybe we can get the paddle up. Is that gonna play? Okay, maybe not. But let's see. Let me comment out the move, and that might. Oh, okay. Oh, this syntax error is bugging out. So, so here's the ball, and the bottom of the ball needs to be greater than the top of the paddle, right? So it needs to be some in this area here, and then the top of the ball needs to be less than the bottom of the paddle, right? So this area here. So if that both of those conditions are true, if the ball is somewhere from here to here and the ball is somewhere from here to here, then we know for certain the ball is here in this range, right? And so that's what we need to do in our code. Okay, so we've already taken care of the x, but if we take care of this y and we add that to our condition, then the ball will only bounce if it's between here and here on the paddle. And of course the paddle's moving, he's moving up and down, but that's okay because our condition here is going to be using PRX and PRY, which is changing locations as the paddle moves up and paddle moves down, right? So yeah, so I guess we can get started, and right here we could say and ball underscore rect dot what is it, that bottom, right? If it is greater than the top of the ball of the paddle. So where's the top of the paddle? It is PRY, right? Because remember, PRX and PRY are used in the blit, and the blit is where to put the top left corner of this surface. So this X describes the left side of this surface, this Y describes the top of this surface. So what this is saying here in English is if and the bottom of the ball needs to be greater than the top of the paddle, right? The top position of the paddle, and we also need to say ball underscore rect dot top is less than or equal to, or I should say less than, is less than PR underscore Y, and here we want to say it's less than the bottom of the paddle. Well, how do we get to the bottom of the paddle? Well, we have PRY, that describes the top of the paddle. How do we get to the bottom? Well, we need to add the height of the paddle, right? So we add paddle height. And now this expression here describes the bottom of the paddle. Yeah, and I think we're good to go. So let's go ahead and test that out. Oh my gosh, I commented out the move, which was moving the ball around the screen. So let me go ahead and put that back. You see that? Okay, so let's test it again, and I'm not gonna. So you see that, right? So now the ball needs to be between here and here, and it also needs to be right here on the X. So what does that describe? That describes this little area here that's changing, right? So there's still some bugs, but we're going to work them out as we work through our tutorial.